Welcome to the free tourism publicity tutorial number 3. It's both free and the publicity you'll be getting is free. And today I've got a couple of different topics I'm talking about. This is tutorial 3 of 5. And today we're going to be talking about using photography in your publicity and also how to pitch a reporter. Those are the two topics we're covering today. So let's start with photography. Subject that's near and dear to my heart because I was a professional photographer for 14 years. I started in travel photography because of my love of travel and tourism, and ended up doing wedding photography, which was not the direction I wanted to take my company in, which is one of the reasons I'm not doing it anymore. But it did give me a lot of insight into the hotel and event industries. So anyway, here we go. 6 reasons you need to use photos in your publicity. Reason number 1. Compelling photos make people stop and read a story. When you're flipping through a magazine or you're passing by a television set and a newscast is on, if they put up a compelling photo, you're going to stop and see what's going on. The headline might not catch you, the text may not catch you, but the photo is more than likely going to make you stop and check it out. So you need compelling photos, and journalists are more likely to use a story if you've included a photo. And you can also link the photo or the story back to video embedded on your site. They like video as well, but we're talking about photos, so make sure you put a photo in there. If space is limited in the publication or on the website, they're going to run the photo before they use your story. They might put the photo in just a caption instead of using the entire story or even using a little bit of the story. And that can still get people back to your website or checking you out to see about your business. So again, make sure you've got a photo if there's any photo that would go with the story. People like to buy from people and they want to see who you are. If you're using a spokesperson or if you are the spokesperson, people are going to want to see your face. Don't just put up a picture of the business, whether it's a hotel or whether it's an event like a whitewater rafting company or something like that. Make sure you include a picture of yourself, either standing in front of the business or included with the story as well. Sometimes they'll run your picture as well as the other picture. But people like to buy from people, so they want to see a picture of the person that they're going to be doing business with. People want to see your product. That's kind of obvious. Tourism and travel make for wonderful photos, and there are people who go out and take photos. Like me, I wanted to be a travel photographer. Work for travel magazines or National Geographic, and people like to look at magazines like this and websites like this because of the wonderful photography. Make sure you have great photos of your business, whatever it is. If it's a place, have photos of the place. If it's a service or a tour company, have photos of people on tour, people whitewater rafting, people doing whatever it is that you do. Show what it is you do and get some good photography. And you can get students from the local university, photography students, or talented amateurs who are more than willing to do it simply for the credit or for a simple trade. You can trade them out some of your services or a discount on your services for doing the photography for you. You'd be amazed at how many talented people there are out there. And the professional photographers are going to hate me for saying this, but you can get a lot of good work for free or next to free. And you should take advantage of that when you can and when you need to. Now, if you're going to do it for advertising, you need professional model releases and you may need things to a certain specification that you can't get from an amateur. There is a time and place where you need a professional, but you don't always need a professional, and you can get a lot of your PR photography done for little or no money. Photos help you with your branding. People see your place, they see your tour company, they see what it is you do, and they relate to that, and they say, oh, that's what they do. And you can show in your photos what makes you different from the other companies. People read the headlines and then the captions before they go on to the story. So they see your photo, Then they read the headline and the caption that goes with your photo. They might not even get to the story, but they will know who you are and what your business is about simply because the photo took them to the headline and the caption. These are the reasons you need to use photography. Now make sure that you're using nice color photos. They might not print them in color. You can't help that. But use nice color photos, very saturated so the colors are bold, not to the point of garish, but you want them to stand out. Use style, use personality, have different angles. Don't make them look like every other photo out there. And this goes whether you're advertising or it goes for whether you're using them for publicity. You have to have a slightly different angle to make people go, oh yeah, I want to see that, or I want to go there. When I was doing travel photography, people take the same images from the same angles all the time. And I was constantly having to find a different place to take that picture of the Eiffel Tower or Big Ben or the Empire State Building or whatever it was, so that it looked different from the other photos I had seen. Do the same thing with your photography. Get down on the ground. Get up at an elevated place. Shoot through a window or a keyhole or something interesting. The talented amateur or the professional photographer will probably have a lot of good ideas for that. Use the most creative stuff, but not so creative that people don't know what it is. The next thing you have to do is pitch the reporters. You've got your photos, you've got a story idea. Now, how do you get it to them? We're going to tell you several different ways. And the first thing you're going to start with after the photo is a headline. You need a headline so people know what your story is about. The headline has to grab people. And there are 4 basic headline ideas that catch people's imagination. The first one's basic news headline. Something is happening. You need the world to know. You still have to make it interesting because it has to be news. John Smith becoming the vice president of marketing for your company is not news. For anyone except for you, no one cares. Don't ever use that story, period. And don't use that headline or even a similar headline. Make the headline interesting. Make it something that stands out. Look at magazine covers and the headlines they use on the outside cover for the stories that are in the magazine to give you ideas. Those are wonderful templates to use to get headlines because those are tried and true headlines. Take the details out and put in your details, but use the basic template and you will have the right idea. A how-to headline, how to do something particular, how to pack for your trip, how to make the most of your stay in Myrtle Beach, how to travel with kids. How-to headlines and how-to stories almost always make the news, especially if they're pertinent to whatever's going on. How to have the best, most romantic Valentine's Day dinner ever. That's a topical story. It ties into a yearly event, and you will get press if you use a story along those lines. The question headline. What's the best way to spend your vacation in New Zealand? That's the type of headline that a question would be. And those are things that you can put out there. If you've got some insider information, use a question headline. Have people a little interested because they're going to be thinking, well, okay, what's the answer? I need to read the story. And the journalist is as well. Okay, I need to find out the answer. Make it a compelling question. But use a question and you might get some press from that. Then there's the tried and true list headline. What are the 10 best ways to take a vacation? What are the 10 best things about New York City? The 10 must-do things. What are 8 ways to see the Grand Canyon the way no one else has? These are list headlines. Pick a number. Pick any number. If you look at women's fashion magazines, you'll see lots of these. 10 ways to make your man happy in bed. 7 ways to wear your hair differently. Take those headlines. Take out the information that's not pertinent to your business and put in information that is pertinent to your business. But there will be a number of things, and that's the list. 5, 7, 3, 10. Those are all very popular numbers to use for list headlines. The 3 must-do things in London. There's a good list headline for you. Pick your town, pick your area, pick your type of business, and you'll have a list headline. Once you've got your headline, you need the body of your story. Now, you don't have to write the whole story if you're trying to pitch a journalist. You're trying to get them interested so they will come interview you. So for the purpose of this particular training, we're not writing the story. We're just giving them enough teaser information that they're going to come talk to you. So you need to let them know who you are with your company or what type of business you're in. What is it that you're offering? So who you are. You're the vice president of events for XYZ Hotel. What are you offering? We're having a major fundraising event next Saturday to support this particular charity, the ABC charity. When are you offering it? Well, we're offering it next Saturday. It's going to be a large event. It's open to the public. Why would anyone care? Because we're trying to raise money for ABC charity, and this money is going to save lives. Or whatever. It depends on the charity, depends on the event, but you need to let people know why they would care. It's not a story if nobody cares. Where is it available? It's going to be in our hotel ballroom at 123 Sesame Street, New York City, 10101, or whatever the address is. And how can I find out more? Well, you can find out more by contacting me or our communications person at this email address or this phone number. Now, the find out more information is for the reporter. You need to give them your contact information, and you need to give them ways to get hold of you, and you need to be available. If they contact you about the story to interview you and you're not available, they're going to go to their next story source, and they may not ever contact you again about any other story because you weren't available. So you have to be available when they need you. They have deadlines they want to reach. If you don't have all the information right away, you need to answer anyway and say, give me 5 minutes, I'll get right back to you. And that might work. It might not, but you have to be reachable. Now, this course is free. This is the third of 5 installments. I do have 2 more installments coming in the next few days. But if you want to find out all about publicity for tourism, I do have a course. It costs a little bit of money, but I've kept the price very reasonable at publicityfortourism.com. It's an audio course, so you can take it with you on your MP3 player or burn it to a CD, play it in your car or on your computer, something you can take with you. And it's going to have a bunch of resource material on Adobe Acrobat documents, PDF documents, that you can print out and use as needed. It's going to have cheat sheets and templates and samples of things. So if you need to know all about how to do publicity for your tourism business, you may want to check that course out. It does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it, test drive it, see if it's going to work for you. If not, there's plenty of information that I'm going to be putting here on publicityfortourism.com for free, or you can also check out the International Travel and Tourism Marketing Association, which also has a free membership, and there's going to be a lot of training over there too. That's at ittma.com. Please come check us out.